All right.
All right.
I think we're back again with all the esports action brought to you every day, 6 to 9 p.m. non-stop, only and only if you're subscribed and press that bell icon button on the YouTube channel where you're watching this. That's the ESL India Premiership, because this is the Summer Season Masters League going on. Brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX and Intel, and presented to you by Norton Gaming and ESL India. I'm your host, Vagish Godslayer Bhan, and joining me today, as usual, once again, is none other than Angie.
How are we doing?
Oh, you ask me the same question every day?
Okay, I'm going to ask you, how excited are you? I mean, if I was a 16-year-old and I knew that I had esports showcased on my screen 7 days a week, I would be the most hyper child I would have ever seen.
That's the thing. I'm not 16.
No, but whoever's tuning in, if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do, because it's really some amazing esports that comes in. Today, there are some really, really good games.
Yeah, indeed. As usual, bringing to you guys some really nice Clash Royale action, Dota action, Counter-Strike Global Offensive action. I mean, yeah, I am excited about the teams which are going to have a showdown today. So let's start off with the first game. We have, for you, ladies and gentlemen, we have Clash Royale between two very amazing players. So let's get done with the formalities. Let's start with the introductions. Let's start off with one of the players. Standing ninth on the position, ninth position is what he has garnered in the Masters League.
Really?
Mrin Lakar is ninth. He's about to get relegated. So if he loses this to the current fourth place holder, which is Shadab Kamil Khan, if I'm not wrong, he's fourth place right now. So see, first of all, the valley of difference between these players is very huge.
Yeah.
Shadab sits at 21 points.
Yeah.
Mrin sits at 9 points. In fact, if we can get the standings all together, we can have a clearer look as to what this is. Okay, I don't see standings. So, okay, standings.
Okay, anyway, but talking about these two players, I mean, Mrin, after being the champion 2016, I felt that he's kind of fallen in performance.
I've been informed that he got pulled into Arena of Valor.
That's a very high possibility, because I think just recently I saw him kind of put up a notice on his Facebook stating that he is really doing well in Arena of Valor, which is the new trend in the market.
Yeah, indeed. Tencent playing the cards right after PUBG Mobile, then they have AOV. But again, I stand corrected. Not fourth, third. Shadab Kamil Khan is third right now. So it's a third place versus ninth place game here. Mrin is going to play his final game today. So he is, the maximum number of points he's going to secure is 12 if he wins this game. That's the only thing. Whereas Shadab can definitely end up moving down the ladder, because if he loses this game, Sev's going to overtake him. Indeed, Sev's going to overtake him for that point of matter, because... no, why would Sev overtake him? I'm not getting the math right here somehow.
Okay, so
Shadab still would have a lot more games, so I don't think Shadab's going to lose rank there. I was just calculating how that will work.
But it's very surprising to see that Kamil now sits third, meanwhile Saif has moved to the fourth slot. I was very confident that Saif would be sitting on the third spot for quite a while. Of course, everything has changed. Even Mukul has moved to the sixth spot, even though I was
Tahir Devil's Twin is 11th, but again, you told me he's got a job. So again, Deepak Mehudi, Mehta, Jimit Bhatt. These are I'm happy Mehtab has managed to come to the how would I say, the red borderline there. He's on the cusp of either he gets relegated or he doesn't get relegated, for that point of matter. So that's there. So let's start off with the first player introduction.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let's start off with Mrin Lakar.
Hasn't Mrin already played it?
All right, that's Mrin Lakar, ladies and gentlemen. Angie, you got to add anything about this player?
Yeah, I'm actually a little saddened to see him kind of move down to such a low part on the board. But as you said, there are always new games and new trends that come to the market which kind of distract you from all the other games. Of course, talking about Mrin in general, I mean, he's a fantastic player. He comes from Guwahati, and I think he's already finished his challenge that he had for himself in Clash Royale of winning the ESL India Premiership. And now that he's kind of done that, he's like, you know what, let me just move on and, try another game. And
become ambitious.
He's become more ambitious. Also, I mean, Clash Royale is a game of cards, but when we talk about games like Dota, AOV, these kind of games are like a more in-depth version of what a card can actually do. And I think that is what has fascinated Mrin quite a bit.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that's Mrin Lakar for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at his opposition today, Shadab Kamil Khan.
games of the day.
So that's Shadab Kamil Khan for you, ladies and gentlemen. The opposition, the competition for Mrin and Lagar.
Yeah.
Angie.
I think Kamil is a very interesting player in my I mean, he's fantastic. He likes to play a lot of defensive cards, which kind of works in his favor. At the same time, he doesn't mind being patient, which also works in his favor. I saw him play this game against Arpan, which he won. And somewhere I kind of see him being in the top 4 and also making it a land finale. Of course, this player in general, he's finished his class 12th and he's joined college, so he has all the time in hand to kind of just go around and see what cards he likes. Of course, we could just bring in what their favorite cards are. And I would love to see what these two players have decided to ban out today. I'm hoping that Mrin has gone ahead and banned the giant card
Yeah.
because I've seen Kamil play that
Yeah, we
card
can get the
too.
player cards. Yeah, both of them love the bandit.
Yeah.
Both of them love the bandit. It's very interesting to note that Mrin has been playing this game for quite a while. And so, okay, I can't see the number of
Okay, so
8900,
yeah, I'll tell you.
8900,
So the numbers of
8200.
matches played are very close again,
Yeah, they're
8,900
pretty much on the
and
same. They're pretty much on the
everything
same
is
line
pretty
there.
much the same. I think these two players are evenly matched up against each other. Though Kamil has started Clash Royale much later than Brit. I think he's like Deepak Behudi Mehta, who kind of just makes sure that I'm going to play like 25 games a day. And I think Brit was like, I'm going to play just 1 game a day. So that's how they still tally at the same score, even though they have a huge gap of difference of when they started playing the game.
Yeah, indeed. The band cards would also clarify to us. Okay, the
All
Goblin
right.
Heart banned by Mrinmoy, Minion Horde banned by Kamil.
Very dangerous card though. The minion horde can be countered easily by a fireball, but otherwise, if he's going to decide to play the giant, like I mentioned, or the P.E.K.K.A, the minion horde is devastating against these two cards. And I think that's why he has just decided
Looks
that
like
I
either
just
it's a
wanna.
Golem or a P.E.K.K.A
Yeah,
or a
I think
Giant.
mostly a golem. He likes to play the golem also, like you mentioned, quite a bit. Of course, I do want to see if Kamil decides to again play the Rascals card like he did last time. That would be really nice for us to just check out the card and see what's in store.
Just chewing gum throwing. What
Bandits.
was?
I call
Yeah,
it
yeah,
chewing
yeah.
throwing.
Rascals for that point of matter.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what I remember? You've seen the Avengers Infinity War?
Yes.
You remember that scene on Titan where Tony Stark is asking Drax and what's the name of this woman? Mantis.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do? And they're like, kick names take ass. So it's literally like that. It
Yeah.
was damn funny. It was damn funny. That movie is like on another level altogether. Well, those are the banned cards, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best of 5 of Clash Royale, brought to you only and only during the exclusive 69 Scream on YouTube every day. So this is going to be casted by Gautam Virkolik Virk. He's going to. Okay, I've been informed that it's not Gautam Virkolik
Yeah.
Virk. It's Manoj Super XL Gola who's going to be casting this game. So over to you.
Why?
ए पीछे की एलईडीज नहीं चल रही हैं.
क्या हो रहा है?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL Premiership's daily stream. This is Clash Royale for you every day. And unlike the other days, this is Manoj Super XL Gola. I mean, why do I keep calling myself Super XL? Why does Vagish call me Super XL? It's just Superman with a U. I don't know what you're saying, Vagish. I can't hear you right now. But anyway, back to the game. We have Mrin versus Kamil. Mrin, arguably the more veteran of the two. And we've seen from his games throughout the ESL India Premiership that his basics are strong, right? It's really, really rare for him to make a mistake in placement or like the deck choices or even the mind games that come before the actual game, like choosing the deck to outwit your opponent. His basics are really strong. We rarely see him miss fireballs or zaps. And even his predictive plays are almost always on point. But on the other hand, we do have Kamil, who uses unconventional decks. Like we've seen him use the Rascal, we've seen him use the Magic Archer, the Hunter, all of them in one deck, no less. So I don't know what's going to happen today. Will the old strong basics win over these new tactics, or will Kamil just prove to be too irregular for Mrin to fight? I guess we'll know after this best of 5 series. So not much has happened up until now. We've seen Kamil's bandits make their way across the river and touch the tower once or twice, but It's Mrin's Ram that's facing a little difficulty reaching its target. We've seen him only go all the way across just to make it to the Tesla coil and then die. Mrin looks like he doesn't want to bleed any elixir and lets go of his Dark Prince sort of early and put him way in the back. We'll just have to wait and see if that's a good decision. Okay, again, Mrin doesn't really have anything to stop this Goblin Barrel, but he does make good use of his Rascal Archers to push it down. But this poison coming out from Kamil again does its job and brings the tower down bit by bit. Chip damage is where it's at. Mrin uses a fireball to bring down the Tesla coil as well as Kamil's princess. And again, we're back to the slow build-up of pushes that these players are going to be doing. I guess, I don't know, just maybe, Mrin may overcome this since we are in overtime and we've started getting double elixir for both the players. We do see the pushes coming out faster and faster from Mrin, but Kamil's been doing an excellent job of just shutting them down. So far, he hasn't taken any tower damage since the first push in the beginning of the game. And Mrin's tower keeps going down thanks to Kamil placing and using those poisons really well, man. Like that is a value poison right there. Not only did it kill the Rascal Archers, it even brought down the Dark Prince as well as the Rascal tank. And look at that, he couldn't even complete his first swing. And it's all thanks to that little chip damage that the poison did. And yeah, looks like another Goblin Barrel is going to get a couple of hits off, as well as the Goblin Gang. And there we go, first round down. Kamil has won the first round. The score is now 1-0. And now we're going to go back to the studio and see what Angie and Bagish have to say about this. So I guess back to you guys.
All right.
Okay then. Somehow we are in the game,
Yeah,
Angie.
Kamil and Mrin.
Yeah.
How you logged out this
Princess Tower, King Tower. Full
But,
power,
good
24
game,
hour.
good game.
Huh?
Kamil played a fantastic
Yeah,
game
yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
indeed, indeed. I like that Goblin Barrel Poison combo.
Yeah.
Interspersed with that Bandit once in
Yeah.
a while and the Frost Golem there, Ice Golem there. I like the combos coming in, constant chip damage till like
I also
Mrin
like
was
the way
Princess Tower gave
he
away.
defended in this game. I mean, that Tesla tower, not really even one shot at his
It's
damage
always there in my
pieces.
deck. In my deck, I always have a Tesla Tower.
It's a beautifully played deck. I mean, I think Mrin was just trying out the new, like we were discussing, the Rascal's card, plus the Battle Ram and the Battle worked for him. Even the Dark Prince seemed to be those cards that are in favor. Of course, the Inferno Dragon not been able to do much there. Of course, the Goblin Barrel being Kamil's favorite card, I mean, Mrin could get down the Goblin Hut, but not the Goblin Barrel out of Kamil's deck. So I hope to see whether he's able to counter that in the next
Yeah,
game.
let's see how the next game pans out.
Okay, so there we go. This is time for game two. And sorry about that. We had a little jumpy little fingers in the production room today. So we just sort of switch things around, trying to bring the best stream quality to you guys, and in the process, like just chased our tail around and gotten a little confused, and hence you had to. And hence you had to look at a few things that we did not want you to look at for a while. So I guess, well, all that's done with now, and we get to see some more Clash Royale action again. We'll come back to Kamil versus Mrin. And what's happening right here? So Mrin has seen the light, how powerful Poison is, and now he's doing his Graveyard Poison combo with a Rascal card. I guess that's the only real difference, right? I guess he doesn't have a miner in this deck. But Kamil comes back with a pretty good answer. Those little minions right there, if he times them right, Mrin will not have much damage coming out of his graveyard. And Kamil also has this Royal Ghost that's able to sneak in close to the tower without getting detected. And as well as this huge metal behemoth of a card called the P.E.K.K.A., which basically destroys any huge unit coming to hit your tower. Like we're more than a minute and a half into the game, and we don't see much damage on either of the players' towers, but looks like things are going to get heat it up a bit. 15 seconds away from double elixir. I think Kamil is going to have the advantage on this as well because he has those little like low cost cards, right? He has the minions, he has the miner, he has the bandit. He's able to keep Mrin on his toes, and Mrin right now I don't think he has gotten a chance to use his graveyard poison combo yet. And if Kamil is able to keep the pressure up, I don't think he's going to give a chance to Mrin to use his combo, and that's going to make all the difference in the world, right? This Evis is doing really, really well, even though he's going to die basically without doing much. He still is going to prevent a lot of damage from going onto his tower. So Kamil again has now the time to choose how to defend against this. Good gameplay by Mrin right there. He waited for the minions to come out before he put his poison on there so that he can get them down. And thanks to that really, really good move, he in one combo he brought it down to 1275 HP. And again, Kamil replies with the pretty half-hearted P.E.K.K.A right there, put it right in the center of his base, and it's making its way slowly across. Now it has become an aggressive P.E.K.K.A. Poison coming out from Kamil right there, it's going to take care of the tombstone, it's going to take care of the goblins defending it. And now it's a straight shot for the P.E.K.K.A to reach Mrin's tower, but again, the tombstone is successful in distracting it, giving Mrin enough time for his rascals as well as his tower to destroy the P.E.K.K.A. And now it's Mrin's turns to come up with an answer. This poison coming up from Kamil has brought it down to 862 HP, but we have 2 minutes of overtime left and anything can happen again. I guess Mrin is again trying to bait out Kamil's minions before he places the poison, but Kamil has learnt his lesson and he decided to like push the bandit out on the right along with his 3 minions. And I think it's turned out to be really good decision. This miner just chipping away damage at the tower. I think this is going to be enough to bring it down. 124 HP, 3 more ticks from the poison and it should go down. 70 damage, that's just in range for this log rolling slowly in to finish it off. And yeah, that has been quite exciting. And I guess it's time to go back to the studio for another round of analysis. And tell you what, before we do go back to the studio though, I wanted to just tell you guys how Kamil learned from his mistakes, right? The first graveyard poison combo that Mrin did, it actually, Kamil sort of jumped the gun and used his minions beforehand, and Mrin capitalized on that opportunity for the poison to bring down the minions. But Kamil has learned his lesson and he has not repeated the same mistake, and as a result, he was able to barely win, right? Like a couple of seconds more, and I'm pretty sure Mrin would have been able to get this match, but I do want to hear Angie's thoughts on this as well. So that's where we're gonna go. And I guess we're gonna go to the studio right now.
Alrighty then, Kamil bags another win in his kitty.
Well played though. This time Mrin tried out a very different tactic. He tried out the graveyard poison, which is I think one of those combinations that Mukul used to use quite a bit in his gameplay. Also I've seen Jimmy also recently use that combination. It works well. Of course, Kamil being the god of defense, he first makes sure that nothing affects him before he really gets into fights. This time of course he's showcasing his P.E.K.K.A to just tell us that yeah, he didn't want to see that minion horde destroy his P.E.K.K.A, though he used the P.E.K.K.A completely in a defensive form, which could buy him time to kind of send out his bandit later on to kind of take down the tower. It was never really the process of the P.E.K.K.A to really do more. But Mrin this time, I like the way he dropped those 2 tombs. He tried to make sure that the P.E.K.K.A never could reach his star, but maybe somewhere his calculations went a little haywire and he couldn't really get the result that he was looking for.
Alrighty then, so then let's head off into the third game and see whether this can be game, set and match.
Okay, so this is game 3 again. We have Mrin versus Kamil again, and thank you for that little bit of info there, Angie. I guess that's something I sort of haven't thought of in that way. Again, so Kamil has switched to a sort of Brit spam deck, and I don't know why the game is stuck. I guess my wonderful domestic terrorist called Jerry forgot to do what he's supposed to do. And worry not, folks. For this little miscreant, there's going to be some apt punishment. The gentle giant that Vagish refers to so often is not going to be so gentle this night. Okay, jokes apart, to quote one of my favorite CSGO casters and analysts, we gotta get back in the game. So it looks like Mrin has decided to stick to the same deck. I mean, it has worked for him. He just needs to time things better. While, again, like I said, Kamil has switched to a sort of a Brit spam deck, I'm guessing. I see a Ram, I see an Inferno Dragon, and a Dark Prince. I guess he's going to let go of the Dark Prince in order to defend from this graveyard. But yeah, not really a good defense in my opinion. He's lost a chunk of HP on his tower, and it's only the first 1.5 minutes. Like these skellies from the tombstone, right? They just keep interrupting whatever push that Kamil comes out with. Like the Dark Prince literally has to stop every few steps, and every time he stops, his momentum slows down, and he just keeps taking damage from the goblins and the tower, and he eventually just went down without even reaching even the goblins. Right? He didn't even make it to the tower. This Inferno Dragon coming out from Kamil right there, maybe he was expecting Mrin to come out with a much heavier deck, maybe with a Golem or a Giant or something, but yeah, not really working out, right? Oh, but as I say that, I just realized that this Inferno Dragon has been continuously firing its lasers and must have gotten about 10 or 11 kills in that short time. Again, Ram coming out from Kamil beautifully makes its way across the battlefield. Actually makes fast move speed contact with the dart. That's a full 500 damage almost. And brings it down to 1065 HP thanks to that, fireball coming out as well. Again, so it's Kamil's turn to defend right now before he can turn around and attack. Okay, Mrin has his finger ready on that poison, just waiting for Kamil to put his minions down. And thanks to Mrin hiding it in the first graveyard combo, Kamil just fell into the same trap again, and yeah, his minions proved to be basically useless, right? They killed 4 skillies and that's it, and as a result, the other skeletons have brought it down to 905 HP. Mrin's own tower is not too healthy either. It's sitting at 1065 HP, and it's again, it's the same story that's been happening, right? Rinse and repeat. Graveyard poison killed minions, and now it's Kamil's turn to come back with the push again. This Ram is going to make contact with the tombstone, saving the tower from potential 500 damage. Fireball coming out from Kamil takes care of the Rascal Archers as well as finishes off the Rascal Giant Tank, or as Supercell would like to call us, the Boy Rascal and the Girl Rascals. I guess Kamil's, yeah, there we go. Mrin in overtime, 25 seconds into overtime, has won his first victory of the day. He is in danger. If I heard our analyst desk right, he's sitting at 9th position or 8th position or something, and he really needs this victory in order to make it to the safe zone. And I guess we're gonna go back to the studio in just a moment to see what our pro analysts have to say. And there we go.
Alrighty then, we're back in the studio. Mrin Boy making a
Comeback.
sorta like a comeback.
Yeah.
Sorta like a comeback.
I think the second time he played the graveyard, he was more confident this time. And I think Kamil didn't expect him to replay the same deck. And that's one of the reasons why I think Mrin took this game. He had the defense correctly done. He didn't really have the minion horde. He had only the 3 minions. And he had the Dark Prince, but what would the Dark Prince attack? Would he take care of the Rascals coming in, or would he see to the graveyard poison? Now, the best way to deal with the graveyard poison is to drop a poison of your own on your tower. Otherwise, it kind of is very devastating kind of deal with that, because at least the skeletons die and you're not investing any more units to kind of, take more damage. So I think in the next game, if Kamil is sure that Mrin could play this deck again, I think he could just add a poison to his deck, and that would sort out his problem of having to deal with that constant pressure. But kudos to Mrin, he was able to take another game, and I'm very excited to see whether we go to a game 5 now. So
Yeah. Let's head off to game 4 for now.
Yeah.
And we're back with game 4, and this might actually be the last game of today, because Kamil sitting at 2-1 scoreline, playing against Mrin. I don't know how many times we can say this, but Mrin has been the Clash Royale guy. Like, if you say Clash Royale in the Nordwind Gaming office, the first name that comes to mind is Mrin, because he's been with us for such a long time. And it sort of rustles my jimmies to see him in position 9. Like, he might actually fall out of the Masters, which is quite unheard of, man. Like, seriously. I know I may sound like a broken record when I say this, but I don't think many of the viewers and many of the production staff themselves don't realize how monumentous this occasion is. Like, Mrin is about to get kicked out of the Masters League. Wow. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to the game on hand. Looks like Mrin again has made quite some few tiny little changes to his desk, but unfortunately, the changes that he did, like adding the princess, adding the royal guards, might actually prove to be useless, because Kamil has a bridge spam deck that he's been using to great effectiveness since a long time. Whoa, wow. Okay, so Kamil's Inferno Dragon actually makes it to the tower and lasers it for a good couple of seconds, bringing it down to 18-13 HP. Mrin answers with a weak, with a pretty very weak push. And that Princess barely got like 3 hits off, bringing Kamil's down to 2074 HP again. I don't know. It just feels sort of like a lost cause for Mrin. It's just breaking my heart to see this happen. This is why I'm sort of tripping up with my words a little. It's just because I never realized this day might actually come and somebody might actually kick Mrin out of the Clash Royale Masters League of the ESL India Premiership. Yeah, like chip damage from the Fireball, chip damage from the Dark Prince, from the Ram, from the Bandit. It all adds up slowly but steadily and surely. And I guess that's what's going to give Kamil this game as well. So 15 seconds left for overtime. That means the first tower down is going to lose. Luckily for Kamil. Oh, okay. So that dash gets blocked by the minor placed by Mrin right there. But I don't think, I don't think it's going to change much, unless Kamil actually makes a couple of mistakes. Okay, 2 princesses on the board from him. This might actually change something, but doesn't really look like it. Yeah, Inferno Dragon gets taken down by the set of those 3 minions right there. And Mrin again is getting up for another push with his Rascals, who get fireballed instantly because Kamil just doesn't want to take any sort of risk. He's just waiting for that really good opportune moment where the Tesla coil is down and Mrin cannot place another one because it's not in his hand. That's when I guess Kamil is going to let go of his Ram to slowly make contact with the tower. Oh, look at that. That Inferno Dragon was just outside the range of the tower and hence didn't take shots from it while it was fighting the minions. And thanks to that, actually it tanked the tower for quite a bit. Okay, again, that Ram is going to make contact with the tower. The Barbarians are going to pop out, who are going to get distracted by the Royal Guards just in the nick of time. But again, comes this fireball from Kamil's hand, finishing up the game with a 3-1 victory over Mrin. Wow. Let me just take a moment and confirm with my prediction that this actually means Mrin is out of the Masters League, right? Okay, yes. Yes, this does mean Mrin is out of the Masters League. Wow. Okay, so I want to hear Angie's thoughts on this matter. So I don't really want to talk anymore because our golden boy is no longer our golden boy. Rip Mrin, Mrinmoy Lakar, or Mrinmoy Lakhar, as we sometimes name him. And yeah, let's just go back to the analyst desk, see what Angie and Vagish have to say about this. I guess that's it. I'm done. Like, what the hell? Mrin is out? Seriously? Okay, just Angie, just say something, distract me. Let's just go back to the studio.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, that's
I'm
okay.
sorry. This Super XL
Manoj
Gola
just
is
seems
half the
so
reason
sad
for.
about
I don't know,
him
man.
going.
Like, I swear. Okay, you know what, Mrin? Anytime, I know it's an eventuality. People don't openly speak about it, but everybody's got to go at a point of time, right, Angie? Like, you, me, everybody's got a time, right? Ensure that whenever you have your time, please contact Manoj Super XL Gola because he's going to write your obituary for you or your epitaph. He's so taken aback by you getting relegated. It's like as if you two shared a bond, just like I said. Oh, also, I've been informed that he has Manoj's headphones that he's not coming to the LAN finale. Good. No need to
Okay.
return those. It's perfectly yours. It's our gift to you for being exemplary at the game once upon a time.
No, but you know what? At the end of the day, I think that Mrin has already accomplished what he wanted to accomplish.
Ha!
So it's
He
fine. It's
came.
someone else has to be a victorious person at the end of the day. You can't keep having like see Arpan did it, and now you still see Arpan sitting over there because he's like, hey, I wasn't the champion. So I mean, he still has something to drive him. But when you consider Mrin, he's already taken what he wanted, and at some point, this player was sitting on the leaderboards. He was second or the third best, and so it's not that he hasn't proved himself. He has proved himself time and again. And I think now it's time that he's like, you know what, I just want to like take a break from
Yeah,
all
zone
this, and it's
out, play
fine.
casually. Why is
Because
it all like
yeah,
competition all the
like
time?
if you take
Yeah.
the fourth game also, just talking about the fourth game in general, he didn't really have anything aggressively put on the map. It was like as if he was
No, I
like,
did not.
I just want to play this game and have fun. There was nothing really to push down his tower. Even like Manoj mentioned, it's going to be the same cycle of things happening. There was a battle ram coming in from Kamil. We had Mrin who had a good defense. He had a Tesla available. But you're not knowing Mrin as a player. At the end of the game, if you guys have noticed, he kind of put the Tesla on the right side of the map, where, very much knowing that if the push is going to come to him, it's going to come on the left, not on the right. So putting the Tesla to distract the traffic from the left side, push so it avoids the princess, could have been easily done by him, but he chose not to do it. And I think one of the reasons for that is that he's like, you know what, it's fine. It's fine, and it's there's nothing much to really analyze in the game. He just played a good Clash Royale. He's had fun, and he's sitting in the Challengers League. To next, I don't know, next season he'll come back to the Masters League, and maybe
Next season.
next season he'll come
Winter
back.
season.
Yeah, and maybe
Winter
then
season is
by
when
then
we'll see
Clash
him.
will change so much that we will see a new Mrin come into the light.
New Mrin.
I
Oh,
mean, a
yeah.
more revamped
Oh, have you seen Rick
Grim
and
Boy
Morty?
gameplay. Yes.
You remember Bird Person?
No.
Okay, so
I
there's.
just watch it sometimes.
So it's for like level light. So there's a guy called Bird Person. So he's killed at his own wedding, just like the Game of Thrones Red Wedding. Turns out his wife was a double agent, and then she resurrects her husband, aka the Bird Person, and the people rename him as Phoenix Person. I
Okay.
am Phoenix Person. So it's like that, yeah. Probably we'll see like Mrinmay Lakar
The
version
Phoenix
2.0.
come back, yeah. That's if he wants to come back.
Okay then. Okay then. We'll take a quick commercial break. And ladies and gentlemen, the fun and frolic and the intensity will continue. Don't forget, this is the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Season Masters League. Brought to you by Women by HP, HyperX and Intel. And of course, presented to you by Nodwin Gaming and ESL India.